everyone. Today I'm going to do a page through on this soccer encyclopedia to get ready for the big match tomorrow, which of course is England versus Italy. And I don't know a whole lot about soccer, but I thought it would be nice to learn some things in this. And then also wanted to do my next roleplay roulette. So let's do that first. Give it a spin. We have got travel agent. You can see that. It's travel agent. Alright. I feel like I did a travel agent one recently. I can't remember. New York, I think. But I will do Cranberry Cove travel agency roleplay. Okay. Thank you to whoever suggested that. I can't remember off the top of my head. So this is the World Cup edition of the Kingfisher Soccer Encyclopedia. It came out in 2018. So it won't be completely up to date, but I did get this from the library, and that was the most recent thing they had in. So put this up right here. So here are the table of contents. Includes this introduction, playing the game, soccer legends, the brain game, great teams, soccer fortunes, competitions, and then reference section. So I thought I would just look through it and read a little bit here and there. So this is the introduction. It says, Pele described soccer as the beautiful game, and the emotion and loyalty soccer inspires in its fans means that this simple sport has much to live up to. But soccer delivers it all, cramming dynamic action, breathtaking skills, and heart-stopping tension into 90 minutes of play. It is dramatic, making heroes and villains out of its players, coaches, and referees. From its recognized beginnings in the 1800s to its global dominance today, soccer has provided great moments of excitement, celebration, and despair. No other game has the same power to unite and divide. And if you're not following the Euro Cup, there is a game. The final match is between England and Italy, and it is Sunday, the 11th, I think, July 11th, which is tomorrow. I'm rooting for Italy just because my family background is mostly Italian. So. But I'm sure I have a lot of fans of England. I know I have a lot of followers in the UK, so for your sake too, I hope you guys win for your sake too. Okay, if I can root for both sides, that only seems fair. I have this kind of match on, like a simulated match, but I didn't realize it had commercials, so I'll try to skip through those. So this is a little history, then and now. Going back in time 140 years, a modern soccer fan would be surprised to find no referees, corners, or field markings at a game. Players wore coats and even top hats. They handled the ball in the air and wrestled with each other on the ground. Over time, soccer evolved into the game that we know today. The referee's whistle was first blown at a soccer game in 1878. British company Acme Whistles, astonishingly, has sold over 200 million Acme Thunder whistles, which have been heard at World Cups and in top leagues around the globe. There's a picture of the whistle. This is soccer's origins. A tavern, excuse me. A tavern in Victorian England seems an unlikely place to launch a sport that would become the world's biggest and most popular. Yet that is precisely what occurred in 1863 at the Freemasons' Tavern in London, England. There, representatives of 12 clubs met to form the Football Association and draw up a single set of rules for the game. The global game. FIFA is in control of world soccer. At continental or regional level, the game is organized by 6 confederations. The traditional powerhouses of international soccer have been Europe and South America, home to the world's richest teams and to the winners of every World Cup. But as other regions begin to exert more influence, the global game is changing. This is about Madrid, a little snapshot. And this is a section on basic skills, which is helpful for people like me who don't know very much. In the words of former Liverpool coach Bill Shankly, soccer is a simple game based on the giving and taking of passes, on controlling the ball, and on making yourself available to receive a pass. So we've got ball control, shielding and obstruction. When players have the ball at their feet, they are said to be in possession, and they have a number of options. These include running with the ball, dribbling with the ball close to the feet, passing, shooting, and shielding the ball. Passes can be made with a thrust of the chest or with a carefully directed header. Usually, however, they're made with one of 3 parts of the shoe: the outside, the instep, or the inside. The inside or side foot pass is the most common and accurate pass, allowing players to pass the ball with a high level of precision. Some players movement and space. Soccer is a dynamic, fast-moving sport. Throughout a game, pockets of space open and close all over the field. A player who has awareness of where space exists or where it will shortly open up is a great asset to a team. Just as valuable is the ability to move into that space to receive a pass. The more space a player has, the more time he or she has to receive the ball, control it, and attack with it. Here's a little factoid. At the 2014 World Cup, Germany made the most passes, an average of 106 passes per game. Here's offside. Teams have to stay aware of Law 11, the offside law, throughout a game. In 1847, under the rules of Eton College in England, being offside was known as sneaking. A player was caught sneaking when there were 3 or fewer opposition players between him and the goal at the moment a teammate passed the ball forward. The rule has been altered over the years. The most notable change came in 1925, when the number of players between the attacker and the goal was reduced from 3 to 2. The result was a goal avalanche, as defenses struggled to cope with the rule change and attackers took advantage. In the English leagues, for example, 1,673 more goals were scored in the 25-26 season than under the old law in the previous year. Today, a player is offside if, at the moment the ball is played, he or she is in the opposition half and is closer the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second to last opponent. That opponent could be an outfield player or the goalkeeper. Players cannot be offside in their own half or if they receive the ball directly from a goal kick, throw-in, or a corner. Is all that crystal clear? There's going to be a quiz at the end of the video. Right. This is about officials, assistants, the referee's role. Oh, yellow cards. Yellow cards. A yellow card is shown if a player is guilty of unsporting behavior, such as simulation. If a player shows dissent by word or action, persistently breaks the rules by making repeated foul tackles, for example, delays the restart of play, fails to stand at the required distance at a corner kick or free kick, enters or leaves the field of play without the referee's permission. A player is sent off if he or she receives 2 yellow cards or 1 red card. Red card offenses include a very dangerous tackle, spitting, and stopping a goal with a deliberate handball. This is about defending, tackling, tracking and tackling, falling foul, the law, shutouts, defensive fortress. Goalkeeping. Goalkeepers are a breed apart. They have a different role to their teammates and even look a little different, since they must wear a shirt that distinguishes them from the other players and official. The crucial last line of defense, goalies can be forgotten when things are going well, but singled out for abuse when they make a mistake that leads to a goal. Goalkeepers can also be game winners thanks to their saves and decisions and their agility and bravery. So this is about keeping control. A goalie's skills, defense into attack, it's about attacking, game action. There's a neat diagram there. We'll play. Scoring. This is a little thing about goal celebrations. As fans celebrate a goal, so do players. For many years, celebrations were no more flamboyant than a simple punch of the air and a hug from the nearby teammate. That all changed in the 1980s and 90s, partly thanks to the acrobatic backflips of Mexican striker Hugo Sanchez. Since then, players have rocked imaginary babies, danced the conga, and pulled off spectacular gymnastic moves. Icelandic team Stjarnan FC have gained fame for elaborate team celebrations. This includes all of the team members pretending to row a boat and reel in a player acting as a fish. This performance clocked up over 1 million views on YouTube in 2011. Referees can penalize teams for wasting time or removing shirts during celebrations. This is free. Here we have a section on soccer legends. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these, so I want to try. We've got goalkeeper legends, defenders, Daniel Passarella, Argentina, Marcel Desailly from France, Hope Solo, USA, Dino Zoff from Italy, Manuel Neuer from Germany. Midfielders and wingers. Got Linda Medallin, John Charles, Stanley Matthews, Carlos Valderrama, Landon Donovan, and Elaine Gerais. I don't know how to pronounce it. David Beckham. Now that's one that I actually know. Born in 1975, 115 caps, 17 goals. I don't know if you can see pictures. Got more soccer legends. Got strikers, Paolo Rossi, George Best, Lionel Messi, that's another one I know, 58 goals. Mia Hamm, of course I know her, famous American player. She was the youngest player ever for the U.S. women's team when she debuted against China at the age of 15. Also, she was the youngest member of the U.S. team that won the 1991 World Cup. Hamm played in 3 more World Cups and won 2 Olympic gold medals and 1 silver. Pele, of course, he's famous too. He was born in 1940. brain game. Soccer is a sport that calls for speed, power, stamina, and skill, but also demands mental agility. Players with the ability to think one step ahead of the opposition are highly prized, and these skills can win a game for their team. The same applies to managers and coaches. In the run-up to a game, they have several key decisions to make. They must decide who to select, which formation to play, and which tactics they will use in their bid to outwit the opposition. And here we've got different formations. Tactics. Long or short. Tailoring tactics, and defense. The coach's role. Managerial migrations. Interesting. In a 1999 Spanish second division game, the Gaines coach Enrique Martin ran onto the field to run down an opposition player who was clean through on goal. Martin received a 10-game ban. He ran onto the field. Great coaches. Most of these are 1941. Older. It's not pretty Clint listed. Great teams. Got national teams. Hungary was founded in 1901. West Germany founded in 1900. United States women's team, first international game, 1985. Got France, founded in 1919. South Korea, 1928. Spain, 1904. And Italy, 1898. Really? Wow. Italy and Uruguay emerged as the leading teams during the first decade of the World Cup. The Italians chose not to enter the first tournament in 1930, but were hosts of the second, where they were coached by Vittorio Pozzo, who was nicknamed the Old Maestro. Pozzo deployed several Orundi, Argentinians of Italian descent, including Raimondo Orsi and the captain Luisito Monti. His side also included one of the world's finest attackers of the interwar years in Giuseppe Meazza. Italy won the 1934 World Cup under Pozzo's leadership and also triumphed at the 1936 Olympics. Recognizing the fact that his team was aging, the wily Pozzo introduced more and more young players, so that by the time of the 1938 World Cup, only 2 members of the 1934 team remained. Pozzo's overhaul of the side provided a triumph, as Italy beat the popular French, Brazilian, and Hungarian teams to reclaim the trophy and make Pozzo the only coach in history to have won 2 World Cups. England, 1863. Let's see, Nigeria, 1945. Germany women's team, 1982. Mexico, founded 1927. The Netherlands, 1889. Brazil, 1914. Cameroon, 1960. And here we've got club teams. Manchester United, founded 1878. Lots of club teams. Arsenal, that was formed in 1886. I've heard of the English ones, but not much else. Los Angeles Galaxy, 1995. Moscow, 1922. Moscow has a club. Liverpool, 1892. Colo, Chile. Real Madrid. Soccer Dreams. From Beijing to Buenos Aires, Manchester to Mexico City, millions of children, teenagers, and adults play soccer for fun, exercise, and as sport. Many are content to take part at an amateur level, but for some, the dream of emulating the stars they read about and watch is a passion. Here's a pro's life. It's making the first team, being loaned out, training, injuries, recovery, rewards, and responsibilities. And here's all about the stadiums. Here's the top 10 largest soccer stadiums, at least as of a few years ago. Barcelona, Spain, capacity, wow, 99,354. That's crazy. Mexico City, 95,000. South Africa, 94. London, 90,000. Indonesia, 88. Alexandria, Egypt, 86. Madrid, Spain, 85,000. Tehran, Iran, 84,000. And Germany, 80,667. I did not know they were that huge. Wow, that's crazy. Imagine when you're way up high, all you see are little tiny specks. This is about fans. Here's the soccer industry. Big business. Soccer is an extremely big business, with club teams valued in their hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars. In 2015 to 2016, the 20 richest teams generated a staggering $8.6 billion in income. but the pressure to succeed has caused many clubs to fall deeply into debt, some facing the threat of going entirely out of business. Soccer nightmares, injuries and intimidation, racism, game fixing, cheating. And here we have the World Cup. In 2018, 203 nations attempted to qualify for the World Cup. At the beginning, it was only 13 countries. So this has each World Cup which is every 4 years. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, so the next one is in 2022. It's supposed to be in Qatar, but we shall see what happens. So this really, this section goes over each World Cup into one. Who was in the finals, the semifinals, how many games, how many goals per game. It's a nice little summary section, if you like. Trivia. Italy won in 1990. United States 94. 98 was France. 2002 South Korea and Japan. Wait. Oh wait. That's where it was held, I think, not who. Brazil. All right. So in 1990, West Germany won. 1994, Italy won in penalty kicks, it looks like. 1998, France won 3-0 over Brazil. 2002, Brazil beat Germany 2-0. 2006, Italy and France were tied at 1, and France won in penalty kicks. In 2010, Spain beat the Netherlands after extra time, 1-0. 2014, Germany beat Argentina 1-0. And then 18 wasn't done yet when this book came out. So you have to look it up. I don't know. I don't remember. I think maybe Germany. I don't know. Germany was in the finals. I know that. I'm pretty sure of that. And then we have the Women's World Cup. Started in 91. And then there's the European Championships, which is the one going on right now, where the final is tomorrow. The Euro, let's see, 2016. So this goes from 92 to 2016. And here's a little section on the Olympics. Soccer in the Olympics. This is the U.S. The U.S. team celebrates winning a gold medal at the 2004 Olympics. Mia Hamm, the most famous player in women's soccer, announced her retirement shortly after receiving the gold medal. Here's a picture of the team. You see. This is the Copa, which is, I believe it's the South American countries. I think that's going on now, actually, too. It's the African Nations Cup. Looks like that started from 1957. Egypt won the first two. Looks like those are every 2 years. And 2017 was Cameroon. 2015, Ivory Coast. 2013, Nigeria. Here's the Asian Games and the Asian Cup. Let's see, they started 1951 with India. And, oh, that was for the games, the Asian Games. The Asian Cup was South Korea won the first two in 56 and 1960. CONCACAF, I don't know this one. North America, Central America, and the Caribbean Islands. I've never heard of that one before. Gold Cup, Oceanian Nations Cup. You could tell me in the comments if you know more about these. Here are soccer leagues. Leagues. English Premier League, Bundesliga. I've heard of that one. Bundesliga. Club Cup competitions. European champions. This goes back from 1956 with Real Madrid to 2016 with Real Madrid. Snapshot. And here is a little section on soccer in the US. Reference books and magazines are listed here. Facts and figures, they've got Athlete of the Year, National Association Football League, American Soccer League, North American Soccer League, and National Professional Soccer League. So they've got all the years, men's and women's, and who the winners were. And here it continues. U.S. Open Cup, Major League Soccer, Women's Soccer Leagues, individual and team records. And there's a nice reference with all kinds of websites. And a glossary, which will be very helpful when I watch the game. Tomorrow we're getting together with my family and we're going to watch the game. So that will, I think I'll bring this in. We can look things up. And then there's an index. And that is the book. it just in case you want to have a little bit of